2025 MLB All-Star pitchers, reserves, complete rosters. The American League boasts a formidable pitching staff for the All-Star game, featuring 8 hurlers with previous All-Star appearances. 4 of these stars, Crochet, Fried, Munoz, and Skubal, were selected last year. Among them, Skubal, building on his 2024 Al Cy Young Award win, is a strong contender to start the game, though his availability depends on scheduling. Veteran Chapman leads the way with 8 All-Star selections, returning to the Midsummer Classic after a 2-year absence. Another notable comeback story is DeGrom, a 2-time Cy Young winner, who's back in top form following Tommy John surgery. This year's All-Star team also welcomes exciting newcomers. Brown, boasting an MLB leading 1.82 ERA, makes his All-Star debut, alongside Smith, the first White Sox rookie pitcher to achieve this honor. Smith's selection also marks a remarkable feat, as he's only the second player since 2000 to be named an All-Star this season after being selected in the Rule 5 draft. The AL pitching roster showcases a blend of veteran experience and exciting young talent, promising a thrilling All-Star game matchup.
In our next story, Israel and Hamas begin ceasefire talks in Qatar as Netanyahu heads to Washington. Indirect ceasefire talks between Israel and Hamas have begun in Qatar, mediated by Qatar and Egypt. While Hamas has responded positively to the latest proposal, significant differences remain, particularly concerning the end of hostilities and the withdrawal of Israeli troops, conditions Hamas insists upon, but Israel has previously rejected. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, currently en route to Washington for a meeting with President Trump, maintains his focus on 3 key objectives: the release of all hostages, the destruction of Hamas capabilities, and eliminating the threat Gaza poses to Israel. Netanyahu hopes his meeting with Trump will advance efforts towards a deal. The ongoing conflict has resulted in significant casualties on both sides. Israel reports striking numerous Hamas targets and killing militants, while Gaza hospitals report a rising civilian death toll. This stark reality fuels the urgency surrounding the ceasefire negotiations. Despite apparent momentum, deep divisions persist within the Israeli government itself. While many Israelis favor a deal to secure the hostages' release, hardline members of Netanyahu's cabinet oppose ending the conflict before Hamas's complete elimination. The uncertainty surrounding whether either side will compromise leaves Palestinians in Gaza and the families of hostages anxiously awaiting a resolution.
In our next story, Kevin Durant trade to Rockets, part of NBA record 7-team deal. Kevin Durant is heading to the Houston Rockets in a record-breaking 7-team NBA trade. The deal, finalized on July 6, also involves the Phoenix Suns, Atlanta Hawks, Brooklyn Nets, Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers, and Minnesota Timberwolves. This massive trade combines several previously reported deals into one unprecedented transaction, moving 6 current NBA players to new teams. Durant himself expressed his gratitude for his time in Phoenix and excitement for his move to Houston via social media. The Rockets coach, Ime Udoka, welcomed Durant, highlighting his skills and competitive spirit as a valuable addition to the team. This trade surpasses the previous record of 6 teams involved in a single NBA deal, set last summer. The complexity of the agreement required teams to wait until July 6, due to stipulations within the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, before officially finalizing the multi-team exchange. The trade significantly reshapes several teams' rosters, with players like Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks moving from Houston to Phoenix as part of the extensive player exchange. The sheer scale of this 7-team trade marks a monumental event in NBA history.
In our next story, maybe it's your fate in life. Sean Diddy Combs' recent trial concluded with a mixed verdict. While acquitted on serious sex trafficking and racketeering charges that could have resulted in a life sentence, he was found guilty on lesser prostitution-related offenses. His lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, described the acquittal as a significant victory, noting the impact of seeing a high-profile figure successfully challenge the government's case. Combs returned to jail after the acquittals was met with a standing ovation from fellow inmates, highlighting the rarity of such outcomes for incarcerated individuals. The defense team employed a blunt strategy, openly acknowledging Combs' flaws, including his history of domestic abuse and drug use, while arguing these actions did not constitute sex trafficking. This direct approach, coupled with effective cross-examinations of numerous witnesses, resonated with the jury. The defense successfully countered the prosecution's attempt to link Combs' personal life to the alleged racketeering scheme. Initially disheartened by a jury deadlock on one charge, the defense team rallied and ultimately secured the acquittals. Agnifilo attributes the success to a deep understanding of the legal statutes and the ability to pinpoint vulnerabilities in the prosecution's case. The strategy hinged on exposing the prosecution's weak points without the need to call any witnesses for the defense. Despite the positive outcome on the most serious charges, Combs faces further sentencing for the remaining convictions. Agnifilo remains optimistic about Combs' future, emphasizing his client's desire for self-improvement and his commitment to addressing his personal issues, including likely re-entering a program for domestic abusers upon release.
In our next story, Celtics, former Trail Blazers superstar have mutual interest. The Boston Celtics are actively pursuing Damian Lillard, the newly available free agent point guard. Multiple reports confirm mutual interest between Lillard and the Celtics, fueled in part by a close friendship Lillard has developed with Celtics star Jason Tatum. This interest is a significant shift from 2 years ago when Lillard didn't want to join Boston. The possibility of Lillard and Tatum rehabbing together from their respective Achilles injuries adds another layer to the intrigue. While Lillard will be 36 by the start of the 2026-27 season, his considerable talent and potential for a bargain price make him an attractive addition. A lineup featuring Lillard, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White would instantly catapult the Celtics back into championship contention. Celtics fans are understandably excited by the prospect of this star-studded roster. The Celtics' pursuit of Lillard highlights their aggressive approach to building a championship-caliber team. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining whether this potential partnership becomes a reality.